Hey guys, it's Alex from Hannemann Ironworks here, and today I'll be making a pair of Ken's custom iron tongs. Now these are blanks I purchased over at Quad State in Ohio. It's in the last weekend of September, but this previous year in 2019 I purchased a pair. I still haven't gotten around to making them, but a project I need to make or want to make requires a pair of these tongs. And they're knife making tongs, but I'm going to use them just to hold flat stock because they work really well for doing that. And of course they work well for making knives, but I'll be using these to use for flat stock mostly. So I'm going to make a pair of these. Now these are the slotted ones. You can buy a pair of them over on the Ken's Custom Iron website. I'll leave a link to that in the description down below if you're interested in buying a pair. Otherwise, I know that there are other kinds of blanks out there. If you look on Etsy or eBay, I'm sure you can find a pair of blanks anywhere. But Ken's Custom Iron, reputable Minnesota brand from Minnesota, and yeah. So here they are. Now it's time to start making them. So I'm gonna start off working up here. So up in the boss area. So let's get to it. And quick note, you make these exactly the same way, literally the same way, because you just rotate them when you make them together, and they should line up just fine. So I'll only be showing one of you, but keep in mind you have to make them both the exact same way. Alright guys, so my first step in making these is actually I want the slot a little bit wider, so I have this big old chisel, and I'm just taking over a 1-inch Hardy on my guillotine that's set, or on my swage block that's set lower from Uncle Buck's Forge, and just drifting it a little bit wider. I want them to be about even on both of them, so just flip it over, hit the other side quick, just so you don't have one side smaller, one side bigger. It'll be about uniform either way, but just an extra step. Now just take them, size them up, make sure the holes are about even. Which I would say they are. Even if they're not, it doesn't have to be exact, as that these will get bent out, and what's really gripping them is right here. This is just guiding them. So, alright, now I'm popping back in the forge. I'm going to work on this up here, and I'll get to twisting them. Alright guys, so I have it heated up. I'm just going to taper this back edge. Back a little bit, and then I'm going to bend it. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'm going to lock in the vise here and bend it out that way. Just get more a uniform bend in it. Quick flip. Can you see it? Not quite. Ah! Alright. Bad transition, my bad. But so you can see what I'm doing here. It's bending it out, so when I rotate it, it's actually going to work. And it's going to grab stock right at this point. Alright? You want to rotate so that the twist faces the outside of the center of the boss. Perfect 90 in there. So there you go. So now you can see the curve faces the outside of the center here. So that's what you're shooting for. And there we have it. So Now I'm gonna do it to the other pair of tongs as well. Like I said, make it exactly the same, exactly to the T. So, all right, guys. So now it's time to actually punch the hole for the rivet. And you're gonna want to put this exactly in the center. And you're gonna want to wear a glove. Now, if you have a center punch, feel free to do this beforehand. I do not. I know I should get one. I should make one because I'm a blacksmith, but I haven't yet, so. Alright, so you can start to see the imprint of the tool on the other side. Flip it over. And you can see how the slug is starting to punch back through on the other side, and how I can move my punch around in it. And it's almost out. Maybe another tap or two. Okay, maybe not quite. I'll put it back in the fire and I'll get punched out. It's being a little bugger, but if you do it when it's cold, it holds on. Actually, there we go. That just fell right out as soon as I tapped it. So there we go. We got this one punched. So you can see here, you can see all the way through it. Now it's time to actually drift the hole out and make it bigger. What I'll be doing is I'll be taking this drift, which I've been using. It's a little bit bigger than the rivet, but not too much. I'm going to drift it all the way clean through. Now that I have a hole on both sides, but drift it clean through, and that way the hole is uniform throughout, and it will be big enough to accept the rivet. Now, if you want to, you could have just drilled this hole to the right size, but I'm choosing to use a rivet, and also I don't have a drill out here, so figure I'd do this. Alright guys, so I'm at a point in time where I have the hole drifted right, and it's just a bit big for the rivet, but I didn't have a drift that was the right size for the rivet, so I went a little bit up, and the rivet head fits just fine. As you can see, there is some wiggle room in there, but it's not too bad. And now it's time to start rounding the edges, because these are harder edges. We're going to round them up all the way down the tongs, and draw them out just a little bit. Not going to bore you guys with that, because it's fairly straightforward. If you want to take an angle grinder, just knock off the edges, but I'm going to forge them out because I have the forge running. So as you can see here, I've already started to knock off, you can kind of see it, but I've already started to knock off the corners from like right here. I'm going to work my way down, and I'm going to cool this end naturally, and then I'm going to work on this back end and work it. So on to that. Alright guys, so here we can see that I got these ends rounded up and just chamfered up top. You can see where I really heavily transition into round down here. It's not quite perfectly round, but it'll work and it won't cut my hands. And I think it looks fine. So I'm going to go with that. And up here you can see the edges are chamfered. Now both these ends are hot right now, so I'm not going to touch them. And now it's time to set the rivet. I'm gonna cool these down. This is, I believe, 836, so it's not like it won't be bad to quench them. So I'm gonna quench at least this back part, so that I can work on the front part easily, and set the rivet. So I'm gonna get onto that, and I'm gonna set the camera up. All right, guys, it's all hot. Alright, you can see it's definitely trying to mushroom a tad. Definitely getting offline here. Even it back out just a tad. Well, you can see that it started. Obviously not quite done. I'm going to get it hotter, and you can see how it's starting to kind of bow out. My goal is to correct that by hitting it from up top. Alright, get it hot. Alright guys, so I apologize for the long, kind of rambly video, but this is my third session in the forge out here. The first time I kind of ran out of time in the day and I went to go eat food. Second time I ran out of propane. Third time I got a new fresh tank and it's running great. But here are the tongs. I have brushed them and coated them in Johnson's paste wax. And they are still a tad warm to hold. But they do accept stock very well. Get this in there. Yeah, no, there's no getting this out. So they do hold solid. I'm quite happy with them. So here they are. Thank you guys for watching. These are Ken's custom iron tongs. I'll leave a link to them down in the description down below for the blanks if you want to buy them. I did learn something out of this. I definitely should drift the right size hole for the right size rivet, because it did kind of skew out because they had play and the ability to do that. Because it drifted a little bit bigger. I didn't think it was going to be an issue, but it turns out it kind of is. But they do work great, so I'm happy with them. So thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, please drop a like down below. Comment down below as well, and if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to stay for more content. The next video I'm making is a center punch, so stay tuned for that. And if you haven't seen it already, my latest or previous video is a giveaway. I will put a link to that in the top right. Go check it out. Make sure to go enter in that giveaway if you haven't already. Super simple. Comment down below, share the video, and subscribe, and you're in. So thank you guys for watching, and catch you guys in the next one. Bye.